Hello and welcome to the Why Trash Voltaire podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Goldblum, asking, so you two dig up dinosaurs? And I have my co-host with me, Matthew Vehemity, who is appearing by phone again, thus proving thus proving that his transformation was very short-lived, and he is, in fact, the same old Matthew that we always knew, who fails to appear on the show. So, there you go. Oh, and Sam's here also. He's here. I don't know. Sometimes I forget about him, actually. I'm looking right at him, and I forget about him.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's how bad it is. We have no guest stars today, but that's okay. Because we're here today to talk about some serious stuff. We don't have time to just mess about with, shenanigans. What are we here to talk about? Are we here to talk about alcohol? Probably not, because literally I'm the only one who's drinking anything that is alcoholic.
Yeah.
Hang on, Matt's
Sam
got
and I cleaned up our act.
Yeah, we're sober. But Matt's also got that Greenfield tap water, so that's kind of iffy.
I'm not even in Greenfield.
He's got that Greenfield tap water running all the way to Muncie.
Oh, man.
Got a pipeline.
How much did that cost you?
It was government funded.
That makes sense. Because I was going to say, you could have used that money to buy a car and drive over to Sam's.
True. Nah, I'm frivolous.
Well,
Lane pipe.
That's fine. But, since I'm the only one drinking, I'm going to tell you what I'm drinking. I'm just drinking some gin. I'm just drinking some gin on ice. And you know what? It's treating me pretty nice. There's lots of juniper berries here, and it's delicious.
Well, I'm also drinking a beverage.
Yeah?
I got some throwback Dr. Pepper in a bottle.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Slightly chilled.
That's practically as good as alcohol.
Since I know that you may have a thing for rye whiskey, Caleb, I thought that you might be interested to know that Crown Royal just released a 90 proof rye whiskey. Interesting.
I might have to give that a try.
It's limited release right now, so I don't know how many places have it.
Since when did Caleb become a rye whiskey? Since when did Caleb get into rye whiskey?
Whenever I bought some rye whiskey and made an old fashioned, and it opened my eyes to the joys of old fashions, really, but more importantly, it opened my eyes to the joys of old fashioned mixed drinks. Not the old fashioned in particular, but just the old fashioned. Are you following me?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Old school mixed drinks are interesting, and I want to drink more of them. I want to try more of them.
They include more alcohol and less bullshit.
Yeah, it's totally true. And you know what? I mean, look, martini's not really my thing. I think it's the vermouth that's the problem. Because I like gin. I mean, I'm drinking gin right now.
When you take away the vermouth, you either have vodka or gin, depending on which martini you're drinking. It's just a plain
You have
alcoholic
gin. You have gin. If you're drinking vodka, then it's not a martini. Get out of here with that vodka martini crap.
So I have a question. Is Crown Royal not rye whiskey?
Not by itself.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Look, I'm not a Crown Royal guy, so I don't really know.
Oh, I am. I have a bottle right next to me.
Yeah, but isn't that for pipe cleaning only?
Yeah. Also, I don't have a bottle. It's downstairs. For some reason, I store it with my actual liquor.
But it's got pipe residue in it.
No, because I pour the little whiskey inside of a little bowl, and then I take a sip off the bottle, and then I clean with what's in the bowl.
I see.
That's smart.
Yeah. That is how I clean my tobacco pipes.
The sip off the bottle is necessary.
Yeah. How else am I going to get through the rest of my life? Anyways. We didn't come here to talk about. Oh wait, I'm wrong. It's a blended whiskey. Whatever. Anyways, we didn't come here to talk about alcohol today.
What did we come here to talk about, Sam?
We came here to talk about this year's blockbuster movies and the fact that every movie from my childhood is getting a sequel this year. Every movie from my childhood is getting a sequel this year. Every movie from my childhood is getting a sequel this year.
Reservoir Dogs.
So
is getting
you
a
watched
sequel?
like 3 movies in your childhood?
I wasn't allowed to watch much. Wait, what am I talking about? I watched everything.
Yeah,
No,
seriously.
just 3.
But what I was allowed to watch was fucking crazy.
Yeah. No, just 3 movies that I obsessed over as a child. Like, literally obsessed over these 3 movies so much. I had so many toys from each one. And the one that didn't have toys, I had to pretend.
G.I. Joe.
Oh, I know.
No.
Transformers.
No, we'll go over it. It's
Is it Dragon Ball Z?
it's not No, it's not Dragon Ball Z. No. Any more guess?
I'm starting to question
Is
Sam's
it-
claim.
Because I
Is
didn't.
it the big comfy couch?
Yes, it is, Matt.
Wait,
That's
you guys watched that?
Dude, everyone watched it.
Yeah,
76
that
of the
was
songs
the
sometimes.
thing.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't like it, you still watched it. You were like, what, 5?
I don't think I don't think I liked it, but I watched it.
Yeah. I don't think I liked it either, but I still watched it.
I remember feeling.
Yeah, no, it was a weird thing.
I remember the feeling of disgust every time it came on, and then I probably just watched it.
Yeah, that's the big comfy couch for you.
I don't think,
man.
like, from the age of birth to 5, you don't quite understand the age, like, the feeling of disgust.
Nah,
Because you will keep
5.
watching.
Dude, I watched that till I was like 12.
you think that, but
Oh, are we going to go over the movies we're going to talk about today?
yeah, we're just gonna gloss right on over that and talk about the movies.
Yeah.
What movies are we even talking about, Sam? 'Cause I'm
The
pretty
three-
sure we went through your entire childhood just then.
Well, no, the 3 movies from my childhood would be Jurassic Park, Star Wars, and Mad Max. But we're also going to talk about Soup v. Bat and Transformers: Age of Ultron. Maybe no. Wait. What is it called?
What?
You mean the Avengers?
Avengers. That's the one.
Transformers: Age of Ultron. Oh, well, I mean, it's pretty much. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's
Avengers: Age of Ultron?
pretty much Transformers at this point.
Yeah. So is anyone excited about this?
Yeah, freaking ridiculously, disturbingly excited. I'm
are.
excited to the point that I'm scared about how excited I am.
Well, it's not getting very good reviews so far.
Yeah, I haven't read any reviews or anything like that. I just, every time I watch a trailer, I get so pumped, and then I go, this is bad, don't get pumped, Caleb, because you will be disappointed. You're always disappointed when you get excited. And I have to talk myself down from that excitement, but I am excited. I mean, the trailers. I don't know if you like them or not, Sam, but I think they're amazing. They freak me out.
They are. I like the trailers. I think they're very well made trailers. I think that it's weird that Ultron needs to team up with Scarlet Witch and
Well, see,
Quicksilver.
I don't understand that.
Because by themselves they are a formidable foe. They don't need any Ultron, and they could just kill everyone.
Look,
Between those two, they could just kill everyone.
I
on
really
Earth. On Earth, they
don't
could
know
destroy.
why. I really don't know why they're in the movie, and because I'm completely satisfied with Ultron as a.
Do you worry that maybe they're doing a Spider-Man thing?
I want to believe. Okay. I want to believe that they are more competent than Sony Pictures ever will be in all of history. That's all I'm saying.
I have read a few taglines saying that it made the same mistakes that Iron Man 2 did, movie-wise. But I didn't read the article to find out what that mistake was.
Which mistake was that exactly?
Well, he just specifically said.
Yeah, I just told you that I'm unaware of that.
Oh, well.
So Matt, what do you think of?
I didn't want to see spoilers.
Because
what do
Iron
you
Man 2 made multiple mistakes, all of which were really damaging to it.
So Matt, what do you think of the trailer, or what do you think of the movie? Are you excited about it?
I am. I don't really have anything to say about it until I see it. I just watch it, and then my pants get a little bit tighter, and then I black out for a couple hours, and when I come to, I'm in a dark room with a lot of empty alcohol bottles.
So wait,
I want to see the movie.
Okay. So, does anyone want to hear what I think about the movie?
Sure, tell me. Tell me what you think.
Oh, I don't care. Like, I really don't care. I might not even go see it in theaters. I might just wait till it comes out on a red box.
Oh. That's less
Your
enthusiasm.
apathy.
That's less enthusiasm than I have.
It is like a little bit less than what Matt and you have. I just for some reason care. No. I'm not like criticizing anything. Like, I think the trailers are really freaking awesome. When I first saw it, I get chills. I get chills when I see the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But then I just think about it and I think,
all that Pinocchio stuff. Man.
yeah.
It's freaking. Okay, so look, here's the thing. I am way more stoked for this movie than I ever was for the first Avengers. And you know what? I don't know. This movie to me seems like it's got all the makings of a much better movie than the first Avengers, except for certain concerns like Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch and why they're in there. But besides those, like, Ultron as a villain is much more interesting to me. I mean, I don't know the comics, I don't know Ultron's character, but I just know what I've seen in the trailer. And from what I've seen in the trailer, he's a much more interesting villain than Loki for the 27th time. So, you know, I'm just interested in what's going to happen in this movie more than I was even in the first Avengers. And to be honest, I don't think the first Avengers was all that great, so it's not like there was that high of a bar set for Avengers 2 anyway. Even though some people think the first one is the best. Some people think that the first Avengers movie is like top 2, and that's not even...
Well, they would be wrong about that. I mean, they are wrong about that. It's not top 2.
No.
It's arguably top 3, but it's arguable because Iron Man might push it down, so it's at least top 4.
I would say top 5 at best. Although I can't put it in. I can't give you a list of top 5 right now because I'm not thinking about it. Yeah. But I would just
say that it's somewhere in the 100.
I don't. Oh, are you considering like all Marvel movies of all time?
No.
Are you talking like all movies of all time?
No.
TV shows?
No.
Top books. Top literature of all time. How does
what are we talking
Avengers,
about right now?
How does Avengers 1 rank amongst other things that it's not literature?
Entertainment and media. Is it in the top 100 entertainment and media of all time?
I think I would like it over the curtains that are on my window right now.
Okay, this is getting really arbitrary.
Wait. So the curtains are at least in the top 100 there for you?
For all entertainment media?
But,
no, I just guessed everything of all time. He really likes those curtains. Damn.
But the Avengers is probably, besting it. The curtains, that is.
Okay. Well, in that case,
shall we move on to the next movie, or does anyone else have anything to say about?
I pretty much have voiced all of my excitements and concerns about Age of Ultron. What, Matt, you got anything else to say?
I just read an article recently voicing concerns over how...
Did you read the article, or did you just read the title of the article?
I did actually read this article.
That's quite a distinction, Sam, because I've been there.
I did actually read this article because...
Like, what, 2 minutes ago?
No. I didn't read an article 2 minutes ago.
No, I'm referring to the fact that Matt read the article title 2 minutes ago and told us about the title, but then failed to actually read the article to tell us what the article is.
Well, hold on. This is a different article.
Oh, okay.
It was voicing concerns over how the person writing it was afraid that every Marvel movie was just going to be a series of Spider-Man 3s, because by the time they would get to a point to where a storyline would end, they would just pick up a different actor, and if they didn't reboot it, they would just continue it like some ongoing James Bond series, and so no story arc would ever end.
What are you talking about?
Soft rebooting stuff.
That's not Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is just what happens whenever you drive the entire franchise into the ground for no real reason other than that, you know, you're an executive at Sony Pictures and you want things your way.
Well, you're not wrong, but at the same time, if you look at the storyline, it didn't end. It stopped on a cliffhanger, and then they just did a soft reboot.
Yeah, but it was more like a hard reboot.
Yeah, they hooked that thing up to iTunes. In fact,
Oh, no, they're doing a soft reboot to the new Spider-Man. My bad. No, but yeah, like...
Whoa. We don't know what they're doing for the new Spider-Man yet, unless you've found some information that I don't know of. I would not...
That's what's heavily being talked about as a soft reboot, as opposed to...
It doesn't sound like a... Well, what do you mean when you say a soft reboot? Because whenever I think of a soft reboot versus a hard reboot, I think a hard reboot is where you scrap everything and just start over.
See,
a soft reboot is like what they did with X-Men Days of Future Past, where they fixed problems with the previous canon by pretending that they didn't happen. Yeah, that's what I would consider to be a soft reboot.
Well, from everything I've seen, a lot of people are saying that the focus is not going to be on another origin story.
Well, yeah, but it can still be a hard reboot without an origin story. Lots of, like, most things don't have origin stories. Especially if you consider, like, just any random movie that you watch that's not part of a series probably doesn't have an origin story in it. It probably just picks up in the day of the life of whoever character it is.
You know, I hope they do a black Spider-Man. I'm tired of white people.
I think it'd be neat.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't really see the point of worrying about specifically what color Spider-Man's skin is. I don't have an opinion enough. I don't care enough to say I want a black Spider-Man.
It's the color composition. I'm just tired of seeing white on the screen. I want a little more dark.
Okay. I can understand you on that one. I'm just saying I hear a lot of people say it and they're not talking about color composition. They're talking about this would be like social justice somehow if there was a black Spider-Man, and I'm like, I don't really see that. I mean, like, I wouldn't have a problem with a black Spider-Man, but at the same time, I don't understand why it would be so important that we need a black Spider-Man. You know?
Like the over-fascination of it?
We need a Donald Glover Spider-Man.
I mean, I would be all for a Donald Glover Spider-Man, but my fear would be that he would back out halfway through filming because he had an emotional breakdown, and then he'd go...
And have a successful hip-hop career. Well, I don't know if it's successful, but man, he makes good music.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm worried that he would just like walk out halfway through the movie. Like you would be watching the movie, he would just walk out.
For his,
he would walk out with you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That show is a complete emotional wreck, anyways, because they cancel it every single season. Like how bad would you feel if you got devoted into like your work and then your work was just gone for a couple months? So you'd be depressed, but then it's back. They're like, oh, this is great, then it's gone again.
Well,
then it's back. Like, sweet, and then it's gone. You're like, oh.
For someone that already has emotional issues, that would be terrible.
Yeah. That's probably
I got it. I got
like,
you.
You'd probably like, screw you guys, I'm gone for good. Except for probably make a cameo towards the end of the series.
I got you. But the thing is that he clearly has a past. He clearly has past, shown himself to be kind of flaky when it comes to staying committed to things.
Yeah, he didn't stick around for 30 Rock being a writer.
Yeah, it's part of his... I mean, I'm sure it has to do with his emotional issues that he has, but I'm just saying it doesn't speak greatly of his reliability if you want him to be in something. Like, especially something like a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, that pretty much locks you in for, years. If you get into one of these movies, you're going to be stuck with that movie for a long time. Yeah. And I don't know that he's got the longevity, like the reliability to be in that role for long enough. But, to what Matt was saying earlier about the whole, they'll never like close an arc or anything like that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm not actually worried about that because what I think is going to happen with the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that they are going to start closing character arcs. And because what it looks like they're doing, as every generation or every phase of the Avengers universe that they're releasing, they keep on digging deeper into their catalog of characters and adding characters. What I think that they're trying to do is not create a series of movies that are meant to appeal to, like, fans of their major comic series. I think they're trying to create a universe in which they can pull out any of their backlog of characters and create movies that just anybody would enjoy. Because
kind of like did how Guardians of the Galaxy technically was a really sucky comic that didn't really have a big fan base, but it made a very successful movie.
I can't comment on the quality of Guardians of the Galaxy as a comic because I've not read it, so I don't really have any. But yeah, I mean, if that's true, then yes, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, I had never heard of Guardians of the Galaxy ever until the movie. It was a phenomenal movie. I loved it. And the characters are great. And I think that represents that Marvel has enough. They have enough of a catalog of characters that they can continue the cinematic universe on this same path. And characters may have to leave. Their arcs may have to be closed. I mean, there's a lot of talk that they're going to kill Captain America in one of these movies. Either Civil War or the Infinity War. And
I mean, that would be fine, though, because, what is he, the Black Panther or whatever? One of those, like, Native American superheroes. He took over being Captain America. So we could have a Black Captain.
Well, no, they're talking about having Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, take over being Captain America, because he took over being Captain America at one point in the comics as well.
And that would still be pretty cool.
What's happening first, the Civil War or the Infinity War?
Civil War's happening before the Infinity War.
Okay, so they'll probably kill him off in the Civil War.
Maybe. Maybe. Like, we don't know. We don't know for sure. But what we do know is that Chris Evans' contract doesn't extend past, as of right now, it doesn't extend past the Infinity War. Doesn't extend past the Civil War. So that could just be an issue of they haven't gotten the contract renewed, or it could mean that they're not going to. So, I mean, he very well could be killed off in the Civil War. It just seems weird that he would be killed off in a movie where he's the title character. To me, it would make more sense if they killed him off in one of the Avengers movies, just because it's weird to kill off the title character. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not...
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, you know what they'll probably do is they'll probably kill him off in the third Captain America movie, but then he's not actually dead.
Well...
Because that's what they keep doing. Have they actually killed off anyone yet?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They've killed some villains. I'm just... Well, they have. They've killed some villains. There are plenty of villains that are dead for good. But anyway... Anyway, I guess the point is that I think that there's going to be plenty of opportunity for them to close story arcs and then create and just fold in new ones as we go through each phase. And who knows, like, there are really obscure characters that end up being in the Avengers comics, and they'll probably just keep on doing the Avengers even if they kill off one character or retire a character or whatever. They'll just fill it in with new characters.
I hope that's what happens.
And someday they'll probably reboot the entire cinematic universe, but that'll probably be that'll probably be a long time off.
Probably like 10 years from now. We decided to reboot the entire...
We're starting out with Iron Man, a new Iron Man. Being played by... Iron Man, played by Zac Efron.
Who? I'd watch that. Oh, well.
Or wait, what are the One Direction guys? One of them. Or
one of them.
Or a Jonas brother.
No.
Nick Jonas.
No, Iron Man, played by the One Direction.
Just a different member every scene.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know what those guys look like, but I suspect that they all look probably pretty much the same, so it would probably work.
So, what else is coming out this summer we're gonna go see?
I don't know, what is Jurassic Park? That's coming out.
Yeah.
I mean Jurassic World, my bad.
Jurassic World. No, that's
It's
fine.
not even
that
a park
movie,
anymore. They're just gonna put dinosaurs everywhere.
Yeah, that movie is gonna be. Have you seen the newest trailer for it?
How new is new?
Like the one that came out like last week.
No, I didn't see that one.
This movie is gonna be so bad.
So wait, okay, clear this up for me real quick. Is the plot of this movie that they genetically engineered dinosaurs to make them more useful as like house companions and like go get the groceries and pick up my dry cleaning?
The plot of the movie is that every time they release a new dinosaur, it boosts sales, like visitors. So in order they ran out of dinosaurs to clone, so they had to create their own dinosaur. They created They created a genetic super dinosaur that is a sidekick and controls all of the dinosaurs.
What?
Yep.
Wait, so
that is amazing.
You're
and there's gonna be a big old dinosaur fight because there's just gonna be a dinosaur fight. It's great. It's gonna be the best, most awful movie I've ever seen. Like, it's not gonna be. You can't take it serious. It's gonna be so bad, but it's gonna be so effing hilarious because there's gonna be a dinosaur war. You need to watch trailers, like explosions and dinosaurs fighting each other and like sidekick dinosaurs and.
Wait, did the dinosaurs have explosives?
No, because and Joseph's my brother is pretty excited about this too because he thinks this is gonna be the first Jurassic Park movie where the people actually kill some of the dinosaurs.
Dude, they should kill. They should kill so many of them.
His complaint has always been, man, why do they have all these guns and somehow never kill any of them?
I want to see them kill so many dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Just a dinosaur friggin' dude. This would be awesome.
It looks like
this movie's gonna be so bad.
Oh, it looks like we got the Velociraptor and the Megalodon on our side, the human side, and then the
wait, why would they be on our side?
I don't know. For some reason, Chris Pratt controls them with his mind.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Chris Pratt is a psychic too?
I'm guessing
that's a dino psychic.
I'm only speculating that aspect of it.
So, are we gonna have a dino crisis on our hands?
And that's all, folks. With that, we are over with the podcast. I'm waiting for them to make that into a movie. I want a good R-rated horror dinosaur movie that's not Carnosaur 1, 2, 3.
Why haven't they made Dino Crisis? I mean,
why haven't they rebooted Dino Crisis as like a new video game series?
I don't know. Probably because it was kind of obscure. I don't know if it was ever really popular. I think the only reason you guys know is because I was obsessed with it.
Why doesn't Paul W.S.
I think it would be really fun, though.
It'd be great. What'd you say?
I said, why doesn't Paul W.S. Anderson just do
I would watch
Dino
that.
Crisis movie?
If you did that, I would watch that.
Man, you could get Mila Jovovich in there.
I would watch it.
Who would she
Regina.
play? Okay,
Regina.
there you go.
She'd make a great Regina.
And we'd be
I don't
like, wait.
her, but I'll watch it. I don't like him, but I'll watch it.
Is this Resident Dinosaurs?
That's what the games were.
Resident Dinosaurs.
Pretty much.
They literally retextured Resident Evil. Same basic plot. Like, same opening.
Okay,
they
hold
just
on.
Retextured it.
Same level layout?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like a team infiltrates and like an area, like a building, and then they find dinosaurs instead of zombies.
Well, okay, but here's my question. Did they literally take the levels that they already designed for Resident Evil and just retexture them into a facility with dinosaurs?
I don't know. I'll actually... yeah. You know what? That might be something we have to cover in one of our gameplays, because they might be right. And we should play them alongside, because as I'm watching these games play out in my head, they are almost the same game, just different textures. You have to
they
choose
were
your
both
monster.
Capcom games, weren't they?
Yeah, both Capcom. Both made by the same guy.
Yeah.
Same guy made, so...
They are the same game.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play... So who's gonna play which?
I'll do Dino Crisis.
I'm really terrible at Resident Evil. Can somebody else...
No, because here's the thing.
I didn't get good at Resident Evil until 4, so I don't know if that would be a good idea.
That doesn't even count, because 4 is not even Resident Evil.
If you take... Okay, here's the thing. With Resident Evil, the zombies are slow. In Dino Crisis, the same control scheme. Fast velocity.
Okay, so I'll play Resident Evil.
Yeah. At least you can wander around and try to get away from the thing. It's got the same control scheme as Silent Hill. So you should be okay with it by now.
I'm pretty good at it now.
Yeah.
I'm okay at it now. Man, well, I'm not sure. I haven't played Silent Hill in so long. Who knows?
We'll get there. So yeah, so this new Jurassic World movie is gonna be awful, but I'm gonna love it because it's gonna be great. But it's gonna be so bad, but it's gonna be amazing. But there's only gonna be one scene that's probably gonna piss me off. I noticed that there's these kids in this like little sphere that rolls around.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're gonna pull a freaking Hobbit, which is great in the Hobbit, and it worked for the Hobbit, but it's not gonna work in this movie because there is a scene in the trailer where like the kids are in that ball. I guess it's like indestructible, and the dinosaurs are like hurting and knocking it around.
So, okay, so is what I'm hearing from you, Sam, that the barrel scene in The Hobbit worked for you?
Oh, that was so funny. You were the only person in the theater that it didn't work for.
Because I thought it was the most idiotic thing I had ever seen, and it pissed me off. That was like one of the major turning points where I was like, okay, this is not the same world as
that is
the
the
Lord
exact
of the Rings
same
movies.
No, it's not. It's not the same book either.
But it is literally the same world.
Yeah, that's fine. But in The Hobbit was much more fun like that.
Yeah, but The Hobbit wasn't ridiculously stupid like that.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
I read.
Did you read the? Yeah.
Yeah, I read the book. It's not
so
like that.
It's so over the top, goofy like that.
That barrel scene did not happen like that. There was never a time whenever freaking what's his face, the fat one, can't remember what his name is. It's been a while. You know, the fat one.
I don't know any
the
of the
fat
names.
dwarf. Yeah, well, he's fat. There's never a time when he flew out of the water and like bounced off of like a bunch of orcs, and then Legolas ran on top of him while he was flying through the air. Like Legolas was running on top of the barrel, because Legolas, for just so you know, wasn't in the book. But okay, let's say that Legolas was in the book. Legolas was never running on top of this barrel as it flew through the air. This never happened. Nothing even close to it happened, and
you know
it made me mad.
People who say this didn't happen in the book are wrong about what they think.
Yeah, but it's not that it didn't happen in the book. It's that nothing even remotely similar to it happened in the book. It was on a level of ridiculousness that was far outside of the world of the book. Even though the book was much more lighthearted and much more fantastical than The Lord of the Rings, it was not remotely... That scene was not remotely real life.
I think the point is that I laughed hysterically in the theater, and that they're going to do the same thing in Jurassic Park, but it's not going to work in Jurassic Park. It's going to work even less than in than Hobbit. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's going to work even less.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think that I care less about Jurassic Park than I did about The Hobbit.
Oh.
Because I don't... Because with The Hobbit, like, The Lord of the Rings was a legitimate, like, good adaptation of the books. I mean, you could argue that, at least. I thought it was a good adaptation of the books. So you would think that if they were going to continue it and do The Hobbit, that they would do an at least appropriate adaptation of The Hobbit, and I feel like that is not what happened. So The Hobbit really disappointed me, but Jurassic Park, I mean, have they ever been really all that great of adaptations of the books?
First one's pretty good.
But is it the same as Lord of the Rings as far as the quality of how it recreated the book? I just feel like they're not the same. They're not the same. They're not the same kind of book, and they're not the same kind of movie, and they just aren't really comparable. So I don't really care about.
Yeah,
Jurassic
they're gonna
Park
try
as
to.
much.
Yeah, they're gonna try to. Oh, that's sad.
No, I love the book. I'm just saying I don't care about the movies as much because I feel like the movies just don't carry as much weight for me as the Lord of the Rings movies did.
I could see where that's a thing.
I love the book though. I love the book.
Did you ever read the second one?
Couldn't get into the second one. I read half of it. Still haven't finished it.
That sucks. Is your sister?
I don't think she has started the second one yet, but she finished the first one and she loved it.
I need to go back and rewatch Jurassic Park 3. I remember, like, you know what? Screw it. No matter how bad a Jurassic Park movie is, I will always kind of like it because I like dinosaurs.
Didn't you say that Jurassic Park 3 was actually good because it actually followed an adapted version of the second book?
No, it was.
You said it kind of like was like a modified version of the second book.
It took all the cool scenes from the first book. And some of the cool stuff from the second book. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff. Like, remember in the first book how they go into the pterodactyl cage?
Yeah.
That's in the third movie.
Oh.
And there's some stuff from the second book. It's also.
Why wasn't that in the first movie?
I don't know.
Budget concerns. Probably couldn't make... Wait, were any pterodactyls in the first movie? It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I do not think so.
Maybe it was budget concerns and the fact that they didn't want to use CG.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, those guys at the Stan Winston whatever, those guys are pretty talented, but I don't know about making pterodactyls.
Yeah.
Because freaking the T-Rex and freaking the Velociraptors are insane.
Yeah.
And if you watch, there's a behind-the-scenes video. If you go on to YouTube and type in the Stan Winston School of Character Arts Jurassic Park Velociraptor, just type in some combination of those words, you're gonna find this behind-the-scenes video where they make the Velociraptor suit, and the process of them making it is just crazy because it goes from like literally like egg crate foam and stuff to being like this thing that looks like it is a real living dinosaur running around like behind the scenes through a hallway like harassing like they were like hanging out, they're like hanging out testing it and stuff at their little studio, and like it's like an office building and there's like a Velociraptor running through the office building like harassing employees and stuff. It's hilarious. And the
I feel like I need to see that.
And the Velociraptor looks so freakishly real because, newsflash, it was real. It was a real thing that they actually built in the real world with a real person running around inside of it, and it moved and it looked like real life, unlike CG. So I'm just saying, CG is the worst. And wasn't Jurassic Park kind of like the end of... Didn't it kind of like signal the end of the era of producing actual props and stuff?
Yeah, but it also single-handedly began the era of CG.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It did. It was kind of like the last, like... Well, no, I can't say last, because they've been using a lot of practical effects these recent years. But it was also the beginning of that awful era called the 90s and 2010s, I guess, in which everything was CG'd. Because... Jurassic Park was the first, like, it used CG in the movie.
Yeah, but they tried to limit it because it looked terrible.
They limited it, yeah.
Like, they tried to build as many of the dinosaurs as they could because of how terrible CG looked.
Yeah.
And as a result, they accomplished some of the most impressive, like, puppeteering and animatronics feats ever seen, ever. Like, like, the T-Rex, they built that full size. That is a full-scale thing that they built.
Yeah. And unfortunately, this new Jurassic Park movie, they said, hey, we're going to use lots of practical effects. I have yet to see a practical effect.
I don't even think the people are real.
No, they look CG'd. Though, there is a movie coming out that apparently is 75% practical effects, 75% practical effects, 10% CG'd, and then the... what's that number? 15% is just to cover up these stunt wires.
And what's that movie called?
It's called Mad Max: Fury Road.
Oh, what? Really? That's that much practical effects in that movie?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for this movie. I'm so excited. You know, I keep on watching these trailers and thinking, man... Oh, well, no, I'm not thinking about things that look like CG. That's something that now that I think about it, I don't think there's any particular part of those trailers that I've looked at and been like, ugh, more CG.
No, it's like that giant dust storm with all the lightning is probably CG'd. I don't even know about that. They use CG to enhance the backgrounds and then they cover up all the stunt wires. Apparently, when they first showed the teaser trailer, it's like exclusive thing at Comic-Con. Someone in the audience stood up and screamed, "How did you do that?" And it was Robert Rodriguez.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's amazing.
Robert Rodriguez, pretty much the one of the few existing, purveyors of the craft of practical effects.
Yeah.
Is asking how they did that.
Yeah. Oh, this movie looks so good. I have never been so excited for a movie in my life. Like, I am such a huge fan of Mad Max. Everything that Caleb and Matt described about Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron, is me on, like, steroids. That's how excited about this. I talk about this. I watch the trailer like 4 or 5 times a day. I talk to everyone about it multiple times a day. People hate me now. I am so effing excited. because these movies are perfect and they are beautiful. Because every single movie is a standalone movie. You do not have to watch any of the other movies to understand what's happening.
But you're certainly gonna watch them all.
Oh yeah,
Again.
I'm gonna watch. Oh yeah, because I love them. The first one's my favorite, but I'm not gonna argue if the second one's your favorite or the third one is your favorite. I'm not gonna argue. They're all different movies. I love it. It's like a series, but it's more like the adventures of Mad Max. So it doesn't matter who's playing him, as long as they're light on the story and heavy on the carnage.
Yeah.
They're good. It's gonna be great, and everyone looks psychotic in this movie, and they talk about it, and they're really emphasizing the amount of insanity that is in this world.
And apparently they really, really, really want you to know that it's a lovely, 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 lovely day.
Yeah. As everyone's getting torn to pieces and explodes, and cars! Oh my gosh, the amount of car explosions.
Yeah. It looks fun. It looks incredibly fun. I'm excited to delve into the madness that is Mad Max.
And rumor
Very
has
red.
it, nothing's been officially announced, but Tom Hardy said in an interview that he signed on for 3 more Mad Max movies.
3 more quadrilogies right out the gate? Dang.
Yeah. And you know what's great is this movie. This movie was originally supposed to be made back in 2002, but because the whole September 11th thing happened, they had to cancel it. So they weren't. So Mel Gibson backed out of it because it was taking too long. He got all into the Passion of Christ and Apocalyptico, so he backed out of it. So George Miller was going to make a CG version of, like a CG movie of Mad Max, and it was going to coincide with the game that's coming out. But then someone decided, hey, we're going to give you money to make an actual full-length version.
Oh,
like
wow.
a live-action version. And then he wants to make... He was originally supposed to film this one and the second one, Mad Max Furiosa, as he was going to call it, back to back. But they only gave him money to make one. So right now, if this movie doesn't do well, it's probably not going to get any sequels. But if it does well,
there's going to be 3 more.
Yeah. And I saw on Rotten Tomatoes like 99% people want to see it. It has no ratings yet because no one's seen it. There's been no pre-screenings, but there's a 99% like.
Wait, when does it come out?
May 15th.
Oh wow, that's really soon. How's there not been any Well, how soon? How early do they usually do pre-screenings? I know reviews tend to pop up like somewhat before the movie comes out.
I think we're at the point at which there should be some pre-screenings. I find it weird there's not any either.
Either they're really concerned or really confident.
Yeah. Man, I hope they're really confident. I don't know. I really hope it works well because I freaking love the Mad Max movies.
Well, I'm excited about it.
What about you, Matt? Have you seen it?
I've not seen like any of the trailers.
Oh, you're
But hearing
missing
you
out.
talk about it is getting me excited.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so effing good. You don't even know. You don't know, man.
I don't know. I really don't know, Sam.
You really need to watch some trailers of Mad Max because it
I
looks
really
amazing.
need to know.
And then it's a sequel. It's an actual sequel. It's not a reboot. It's not a remake. It's a sequel.
It's just that Mel Gibson looks a lot like Tom Hardy now.
Yeah, you know what? I like Tom Hardy. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, me too.
And for those who don't know, Mad Max is one of the most influential movies of all time.
Pretty much any post-apocalyptic thing that you watch has influence from Mad Max.
Yeah. Mad Max combined with A Boy and His Dog has influenced every apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic thing ever.
Oh, dude, A Boy and His Dog is really weird.
Yeah. If you guys ever want to watch Fallout 3, the movie, it's called A Boy and His Dog.
I don't know. Some of the stuff
Mixed
that happened
with-
in A Boy and His Dog did not really happen in Fallout 3.
It was like the same stuff, like the vault with the 1950s setting.
Yeah,
underground.
it's pretty much it. But
Yeah.
it went in some directions that Fallout 3 didn't quite go.
No, yeah. Well, I don't know. Because
But
you could
it did go a lot of directions that Fallout 3 did go.
well, if you depending on how you played Fallout 3, you can go the directions that A Boy and His Dog went.
Oh, okay. Well, I must not have played it that way. Would I recommend people watch A Boy and His Dog? Did it influence post-apocalyptic movie making? Yeah, I could totally see that. Also, I could totally see how it might have influenced the creation of Fallout 3. if not directly, then at least indirectly by influencing all the other stuff.
So, in case anyone's confused, Mad Max, like, if you ever see like a movie that takes place in the future and everyone's got like mohawks and weird armor, that's Mad Max.
So I think it's fair to say that what I was saying earlier about how Mad Max looks like Doomsday, like the new Mad Max looks like Doomsday, is actually more accurately saying that Mad Max looks like Mad Max. And Doomsday looks like also like Mad Max, but Mad Max just looks like Mad Max.
Well, don't you remember that Doomsday is Mad Max meets Lord of the Rings?
Well, yeah, it's true. But I'm just saying that Doomsday had a particular aesthetic that I haven't seen Mad Max 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
So
how did you only see the first one? It's weird because everyone's only ever like seen Beyond the Thunderdome.
Well,
I love the fact that you're Sam's friend and you've only seen the first Mad Max.
Yeah, because Sam has utterly failed to show you the rest of the series because Sam makes promises and then breaks them by just not following through. So you're Sam's friend if you've ever lived an incomplete life where you haven't seen the ones that people like of any given series.
I have criticisms of Road Warrior though. But I won't go over those. I might tweet about them later.
Oh, you should totally live tweet those while watching Road Warrior.
I will live tweet them. I'll be like, oh, there's Mel Gibson.
I won't watch the movie, but I will watch your live tweets.
Oh, good.
And then Matt could live tweet about the live tweets.
Oh man, that tweet was so tweety.
And I'll probably just sit at home and not do anything involving that.
No, I thought I was going to broadcast to the internet so you can watch it with me.
Shh, that might be illegal. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't think so. I mean, I own the DVD. I'm going to put it on my computer, and just because I click screen share on my Skype and Caleb is coincidentally in Arkansas watching it through Skype.
In this connected world, I mean, isn't your living room basically my apartment also? I mean,
basically. I mean, think about quantum mechanics.
Well, no, I wasn't talking about that. I'm just talking about in the terms of technology. But yes, if you want to get into quantum mechanics, then sure. My living room is your living room. Literally, it is your living room. But, and if you want to get into quantum entanglement, you and me probably share some exactly the same atoms or something.
Yeah.
We've probably, you and me, Sam, you and I probably have some entangled atoms.
I was entangled a few times in our past.
Wait, what?
What?
What are you saying?
Let's move on to a different movie, one that Matt can participate in now.
Hold on, wait a second. No.
Hey, Matt,
there has never been any entanglement outside of the quantum physics variety, just so you know.
Oh, yeah. We got
guys, if you guys get any closer, there's certain restaurants in Indiana that might not serve you.
It's okay. I would have pizza at my wedding anyways.
Anti-physics, quantum mechanics restaurants? What, did Indiana pass a new anti-science law?
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're passing all kinds of laws.
A discrimination against what theories you believe in science?
Yep.
We don't like your atoms around here.
It's like, we're not quantum entanglement people here. we don't believe that crap.
And then, I wish I knew more science because then I would do a redneck impersonation, like actual scientific speak, just proving that. That
would be really funny if you knew some science. If I also knew some science, we could probably have a dialogue that would be hilarious. But unfortunately, we are both inadequate in the science department, which means that this funny idea, in theory, is just not going to happen in practice.
It's not. So, guys, imagine.
Does it make you feel inadequate, Sam? Because it kind of makes me feel a little inadequate.
A little bit. I would like our listeners to imagine a couple of rednecks having a legitimate scientific conversation. That's beyond our comprehension.
I invite our listeners to imagine that we are better than we are.
So, next season on Key and Peele.
Key and Peele is funny.
Yeah, but
it's funny, and they'll probably make that joke. They'll probably do a skit just like that.
That sounds exactly like a skit they would do.
It kind of does.
Black eyes. So my free month subscription of Hulu has somehow expanded into its second month.
What?
I'm just gonna go with it.
So, are you putting it to good use? Does Hulu have stuff? I don't even know.
Hulu has the Criterion Collection.
Oh, they have the entire. Do they have the entire thing?
Yeah.
Or just like highlights from the
the whole
Criterion Collection.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Well, on that note, I think it's time to end this podcast. So, yeah, it's been a fun time. Where can we? Let's talk about our social medias. Where can we find each other on social media? Because I seriously don't know where to find you guys. So, Sam, if I heard you posted some stuff on Instagram, where can I find that? Because I don't remember.
It's Matt. What's my Instagram called?
I believe it's I'm Your Pallbearer.
Yes, that's it. I am your pallbearer. I am your pallbearer. Bearer.
And you post animals and food.
Yeah, not really
And
food so much.
Sometimes whenever the food is animals, you post both.
I post animals, food, tobacco, and I'm going to start posting movie stuff. And I'm tying my Twitter, my Tumblr, and my Facebook all together now.
Okay, so there's going to be lots of string tying those things. Anyway, so where can we find you on Twitter then? Or will we not need to because you're tying
No. Well, no, because there's going to be a Twitter event happening later in a couple weeks of me watching, live tweeting the first 3 Mad Max movies.
And where's that?
And it's on Twitter. My Twitter is called, hang on, I got to figure this out, SDumas138. SDumas, SDUMAS 13 and 8.
All right, so Matt, where can we find you on social medias?
You can find me at Matthew Vehemity on Twitter. I believe that's it.
Yeah,
Matthew Vehemity. And then, on top of that, you can now find White Trash Voltaire on Twitter at TWT Voltaire.
Yeah, because the White Trash Voltaire is too long, right?
Yeah.
And Twitter won't
They hate
let
long
us.
titles. They're racist.
Yeah. I don't like it. Personally, I don't like the racism that I've seen at Twitter. But anyway, also you can find us on YouTube. Just search for the White Trash Voltaire on YouTube. The whole channel name debacle has not been resolved yet, so I could give you a long string of numbers and letters, and you could try to remember it, but I'm not going to do that because I don't hate you like YouTube hates us. But we have a new show on there called Solo Round. It's really just me. I'm the only person on the show. I play games, and I try to do good at games, and that's pretty much the show. It's great. We're doing Metal Gear Rising right now, and I'm trying to S-rank it on Revengeance mode without using any infinite wigs. So it's fun. It's fun. You should watch it. I mess up a lot. It's great. I also get angry sometimes. You'll enjoy it. And we will eventually start releasing some more Silent Hill videos, but that's, there are lots of logistical problems involved. But don't you even worry about it. But what you do need to worry about is listening to the next episode of White Trash Voltaire podcast, which will come out in like 2 weeks. It's the normal, you know what, everybody, you have a good night, and tune in next time on the White Trash Voltaire podcast. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah,
Yeah.
what? What?
Well, yes. Indubitably.
Yeah? I'm not
Yeah.
sure what we're talking about here right now. Oh. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna leave you alone, Matt. It sounds like you're busy.
Yes.
Okay, well, you have a fine...